You brought your R15C here, and how long have you had that bike now?
I think close to 2 years now.
And then what type of riding do you do with it?
A lot of rough off-road, really rough. I live in southeast New Mexico, so it's desert, very, very rough.
What type of distance, and how long do you go on rides for?
As far as miles, I would say probably 25 to 30 miles, but that's going to be 3 to 4 hours. Really, challenging terrain.
How does the battery hold up on that when you're doing those rides?
No problems at all. In a ride like that, I'll probably use maybe 25%.
Wow.
So I come back with definitely more than 50% of the battery. I never, on a hard mountain bike ride, it seems like I never use more than 50% of the battery.
Have you ever used up all the battery?
Yes, but only on a road ride. If I'm trying to go fast on a road ride and a long distance, maybe 60, 70 miles, then I'll use it all up.
How did you hear about Optibike? What made you first buy an Optibike?
I think I just did probably a Google search. My first Optibike was just your old style R15. I think that first one I bought maybe close to 5 years ago. So this is my third Optibike, and I've got my fourth one on order. So I love them. Yeah, I'm a hardcore Optibike fan.
How many miles do you think you have in this R15C now?
I really don't know, but I'd say probably crowding 8,000 or 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how's the maintenance been on it?
Oh, it's been very, very maintenance free. Just standard routine maintenance, just the drivetrain.
And you're running the eddy currents on there, the Schwalbe eddy currents, with slime in them, and you had problems with thorns before. How have those tires held up?
I have not had any problems with these tires, and I go over some really rough, like you said, mesquite thorn terrain, and they hold up really well. I actually use orange, the orange sealant.
And have you had any flats?
No.
That's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. Yeah.
For that, how many thousands of miles?
Yeah, I tell you, that used to be a big concern. Of course, you go out mountain biking, and that's a big concern, having a flat. But it's so nice now knowing that I can go anywhere I want to go, and not worry about having a flat. It just takes that worry completely away.
How does the R15C compare to your older R15 in the way performance or handling?
A lot more power on the new bike, and I think the suspension is a lot better as well. A lot more comfortable to ride. So, just it's a lot better ride, I would say, than the old one.
Did you own an e-bike before this?
No.
What made you think about getting an e-bike?
Well, I'm almost 60 years old, so I did a lot of mountain bike racing in the 80s. So avid mountain biker. And so, I kind of slowing down. So I really felt like I would like to have a little bit of a boost. And the way that the Optibike uses a throttle to control the power seems like a much better way to do it. And so that's how I kind of got interested in the Optibike. So then I bought that first one about 5 years ago, and I was very impressed with it at that time. You still are riding a mountain bike, so you still get the exercise, but you still can go as fast as you want to go. So I go faster than I ever went when I was racing in my 20s, and now I'm almost 60, and I know I'm going faster than I did back then. So it's a lot of fun. It really, I think without the Optibike, I'd probably be sitting at home, watching Netflix. But it gets me out, keeps me going. I go places that I would never have the opportunity to go. So I've seen a lot more country than I would have ever been able to see otherwise. So it's just opened up a whole new, recreation.
And you've had no maintenance other than like a chain?
Just routine, yep. I think this is my third rear tire, So the trails will chew up the tire, you know, but you know, replace the cog and the chain. But the battery and the motors have held out perfectly, no problems.
Do you have much hill climbing there?
Yes, yes, yeah, very. Yeah, we have some very steep hills.
Do you have any idea how steep those hills are you're climbing, or that's on trails?
Yes, trails and some dirt roads. You know, I'm sure it's crowding 20% or more. Yeah, yeah, and it motors right up. Yeah.